All right, Meow. Hope you all are doing well. Welcome back. It's the first day of Fistmas, and we're going to deliver the gifts of knuckle sandwiches to Misty, to Bugsy, to Surge, to Erica, ideally, in Mono Fighting, Rad Red 4.1. I more or less remember what I wanted to do for Misty. I need to make sure I fight Bugsy prior to Surge, because if I don't, then I have to deal with Bugsy having a way more powerful team. And I had to experience that in Mono Dark. It was not ideal, to put it mildly. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you've had a good Tuesday so far. Let's just pop this out and we will be good to go. I don't think any of the fighting Pokemon I have currently have access to dual wing beat and home claws, and most of the time bulk up is from the tutor and fuchsia, so I may not have a sweep for Erica. Normally I would have something that can do like roost, home claws, do another home claws, and then dual wing beat the whole team through. That way you don't really have to think about it outside of having the one mon that can do that, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Let's see how it plays out. I'm not super worried about Misty, but I haven't really looked at Bugsy at all. He has a fair amount of flying because bugs often fly, so that's going to be a good bit of fun. All right, very good. So the idea is we have Lula. She's going to fake out Magnet Thunder Punch to kill, what's his face? Frogadier. Scraggy is a option for Starmie. Not a strong option. Hylux is meant to also be for her and or Floatzel. Granbull is a option for Clodser. That's why we're holding the that's why we're holding the Poison Berry. Pancham is a backup option for either Starmie or Clodser, which is why we have the Pyapa Berry, because she's not dark yet. Stanky is another backup option for Starmie. All right, go team. And then we went up to the right. That way we were able to avoid all the trainer fights on the way, you know? All right, let's go. Fake out, instantly swaps. Okay. So it read that I had Thunder Punch, and that's why it went. So now we need to get out of here. I mean, in theory, we could stay in, but it's not going to be super effective. So Clodser probably wants to go Bulldoze for speed control and or Poison Jab. Maybe you get some poison on me. So right off the jump, this is not ideal. We're going to go into Pancham. Yep, Poison Jab, not ideal. Man, for some reason I thought that would have been more effective. Oh, that is not ideal. I'm really oh wow, we lived. Nice. We're just gonna do another Bulldoze, then it's probably gonna recover, sadly. Yep, it's got its berry. So that's already not a good start. Ice Fang. Nice. Okay, so Clodser down, huge. Starmie. This is not ideal, and we're not faster. So it's gonna hit me with very likely a fat Psyshock. I'm gonna go into Scrafty. The Intimidate doesn't matter, but we're immune. So now it's probably gonna wanna either Water Pulse. It's probably gonna want a Water Pulse, because that would be its strongest move. It's gonna outspeed me, so we're gonna go Payback. Okay, goes into Frogadier. So this is probably gonna be I'm heavier, so maybe it goes for Grass Knot. Flip turn would probably be its strongest move. We are going to be outsped no matter what we do. Clodser's down. So honestly, I think I'm gonna go Thunder Punch. Okay, so that's okay. I'm gonna Thunder Punch again in case it tries to pivot out. That's fine. We are immune. It's probably gonna go Water Pulse. I'm gonna go Payback. Oh, Recover. Okay, so we get a free Payback. Very nice. We're gonna do another Payback. I'm going to Payback again. We got confused, but we actually got the act. That's huge. This is gonna be a random move. I am going to go into Lula. We're going to Fake Out. I think I'm faster. I am not faster. But we didn't get confused. And then we Mach Punch. Froggedier's back. We Mach Punch again. So, aside from the Oopsie Doopsies and the Poopsie Whoopsies by Clodser instantly coming in, that went well. Okay, so 2 badges. Level 34 is the level 34 is the new level cap. So we love that. Okay, let's see. Now we're gonna go fight Bugsy because when I did Mono Dark, I forgot that if you fight Bugsy after Surge, his team becomes significantly harder. For example, Mega Sizor, Cleavor, they're all level 55. It's disgusting. So no need to make it harder on myself than I have to, you know? So now we want to look at Bugsy. Bugsy gives U-turn. We can't do anything about the rain. I think I want to Fake Out into a fighting move because 2 times weak. The rain is kind of an issue, but I think I have Amon with flying, so I can absolutely do like an aerial ace or something there. Scyther, Rock, Electric, Ice, Sizor, absolutely something fire because even with the rain, it's still going to be 4 times effective, you know. So I think we can make this work. The one I'm mostly concerned about is Ledian and or Scyther. So let's start formulating that, you know. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna eel. We want to save. Let's get everyone to level cap. Now that we have the move reminder, we don't have to worry about, oh man, we went to level cap and we missed a move, you know. We have a Darkmon in the party, so Pancham will become Pangoro. That's huge. There's no world where Hylix is coming in here. We're gonna keep Stanky, maybe. Granbull is nice because it's our only fairy mon for now. Okay, let's make Pancham be a thing. Knockoff is pretty handy. I am going to nix Brick Break for now. I also like that he's got the wheat grain in his mouth. Zero fricks given by Pangoro. 36, so we're probably not even gonna bother using you. Let's see, Stanky, 28. Punishment is useful because I'll be able to leverage this against the Aeolin Marowak. It won't be stab, but it's better than it's gonna be better than Pursuit. So we'll hold on to that for a minute. Nice. We don't care about Rage. Sadly, Rage Fist is bugged. So Stanky, aka Annihilate, really doesn't have the thing that makes it as good as it could be, you know? And saying while Final Gambit's interesting, it's special, so it doesn't really scale well. So I think we're gonna get rid of Hylux, Scraggy, and Stanky. Ailey or Ely, I am trying. Until then, we're gonna go with Hirschman. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. We just beat Misty in mono fighting. We are going to take on Bugsy. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. What are you up to today? What's up? So we're gonna have a Lopunny. Lopunny for if that's meant to be like a enunciation guide, it sadly did not help me. But we are gonna keep Lopunny. We are keeping Lopunny for the low kicks because we're gonna fake out into probably jump kick. We're gonna keep Gramble. We're ditching Scraggy for now. We're gonna keep Pangoro for now. We're ditching Hylux and we're ditching Stanky. Great emotes. Big fan. Okay, I hope you sleep well. Thank you for stopping by. It is much appreciated. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing Misty, Bugsy, Surge, and I'm gonna try to get Erica in as well. I don't have a sweeper for Erica yet, mainly because I don't think I have any fighting flying mon that actually learn dual wing beat and home claws, but we're gonna get there. Also, since we do have someone here chatting, let's look at a few Palace Cats real quick before you crash for the night. So there were 2 new ones added today. This is Abracos. Abracos is one of the 2 kittens that were born this year at Uno Zoological Garden in Japan this year. Their mother is Primula, so it's Abracos, and it's Figa. So I think that roughly translates to like fig and apricot. And they're known as the Primuloids because they're the offspring of Primula. And I think these were the only 2 in their litter, but they're all grown up now. These were taken in October, but I think they're very adorable. And yes, I think the stream will go well. Much appreciated. If you noticed, I finally hit affiliate, so in like 10 minutes, ads will be shoved down people's throats. I made it so there's like an alert on my end to be like, oh, by the way, there's an ad coming. But yeah, they're super adorable. I'm actually not sure who the father is, so let's take a gander at their family lineage. Okay, so Primula and Clyon, they were born in the beginning of April. Abracos, I think Shafran sadly passed away, which is why there aren't any pictures of them. Yes, thank you. I wouldn't be able to do it without everyone who stops by to chat, to lurk, raid, and show support. I am very appreciative of it. And then also, older siblings are Nar and Minya. Nar is the father of the Kanji 4, aka the Aslings. They were born this year at Kobe Animal Kingdom. And I think Minya is currently with L. I'm not sure which zoo that's at, so let's find out. All right, Minya is currently at the Higashiyama Zoo and Botanical Gardens. She, I believe, lives with L. We can look at the, what's it called? The pedigree. This is a really neat option, being able to see like the bloodline, descendants, ascendants, etc. So you can see that Primula and Kylon gave birth to Minya, Karaganda and Marquisa gave birth to Kylon, Lev and Shar gave birth to Primula. Primula was part of the Flower 5. The Flower 5 being Primula, Olivia, Lotus, Grusha, and Iris. It's really cool. Big fan of Palace Cats. Nar's got the orange eyes. He perpetually looks sad, which is a big shame because anytime I see an animal not looking chipper, it gives me a heckin' large sad. Since the Kanji 4, aka the Asloids or Aslings were born, since the father is never around raising the kittens in the wild, he's been more or less isolated from his wife and his newborn, which absolutely sucks in my opinion, but I understand that it like has to happen, you know. That being said, I believe there was one instance in Russia where the male palace cat, aka the father, was not isolated from the wife and the kids, and they actually got to stay together and there was like no issues. But the norm is basically, oh, you give birth to the kittens, mom and kitten are isolated from father for anywhere from like probably 2 to 6+ months. Nar's got a bit of a dent. You can see all his children. They were born this year. Otto, Teru, Mai, and Nagomu. I think there was another one, but sadly that one passed away. Infant mortality rate is surprisingly high, and I hate that. But honestly, I'm glad we have so many here. There were like 15 palace cats born this year in Russia alone, and we're hoping they more or less all go on to create more palace cats for us, and I love that for them. So now we're gonna go back to working on Bugsy. Something flying for Ledian, rock or electric for Scyther, fire, probably combustion for Sizor. All right. So that's gonna be Flamigo for now. And we'll start with Hot Wings. Okay, and then the last one will probably be Pomo, because it's the only electric fighting type I have. Also level 34, hell yeah. So I think that will allow Pomo to turn into Pawmot. And I'm probably gonna end up using Pawmot against Surge's Pawmot. I think that Pawmot can have like Volt Absorb or something, so I can do a free swap, and I'll go Speed Nature up, so I'll be faster. Let's double check that. Yes, Volt Absorb. So we'll go Volt Absorb. We won't do as much damage, but we'll take neutral to fighting. We'll take neutral to ice. So that's going to be our answer for Focus Sashed Pawmot that Surge has. And we're probably going to go Punch Glove to make up for the fact that I don't have Iron Fist. Okay. And now that I have the move relearner, I don't have to worry about going to level cap and missing moves, which is a really nice quality of life. Okay, what do you have, Flamigo? Flamigo might get dual wing beat, but the problem is Flamigo does not get home claws. So I'm not going to be able to rely on Flamigo for, what's it called? For Erica. We are going to grab Lunge. It does good damage, and it reduces enemy attack. We're gonna grab Roost so we can heal / lose our flying typing. We are going... I definitely think I can get rid of Double Kick. I have a lot of fighting, so I don't really need it. Also, Ad Break is coming up in less than a minute. So do a stretch, grab some water, grab some food if you're gonna stay around. If not, I hope you have a good rest of your evening, and I will see you tomorrow. I stream every Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. to at least 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, so we are gonna keep Detect for now because you can't get Protect until you beat Erica. So any mon that naturally learns Detect or Protect this early is huge. Okay, what else do we want? Payback isn't bad, but I think I'm gonna outspeed most people. Okay. Let's see. See you in a bit. So we do get bulk up. That's actually not bad, but I don't think I'm gonna get dual wing beat, so I won't have anything to break Sash. We are gonna keep flame charge detect, bulk up, and then I don't think I get drain punch anytime soon, so it'll have to be something else. I think it'll be that. I know a priority move is good, but Combuskin is relatively fast. Okay, Striker, sadly, I'm not really a kicker. I don't think I have any kick moves, so that's gonna be a bit of an issue. Let's see what I can learn. Okay, also Palmo. We have Nuzzle, so we don't need Thunder Wave. Arm Thrust, we don't have, what's it called? We don't have Skill Link or Loaded Dice. Okay, entrainment, we're not going to bother. We are gonna make sure it has Volt Absorb, so I have a free swap against what's his face. We want to go speed up to outspeed Surge's Palmot. Jolly, yep. And then we want to go. Let's see. And we want to go Punch Glove. All right. What else can we change? Ability pills. We want to make sure it's Volt Absorb. That's going to be our answer to Surge's Palmot. Ad break's almost over. No. Snarl's not bad, but I don't think I'm gonna bother. We definitely want some fire punching. Welcome back from the ad break. I hope you were able to take advantage of the time. We're just working on finishing up the movesets for the Mon. I am gonna get rid of Thunder Punch for now. Okay, who else do I want to get Fire Punch to? I think Strong Jaw with Fire Fang still comes out ahead. Flame Charge isn't bad for the speed boost, so I think I'm going to 50 versus 75. I think I have to keep Flame Charge for the speed boost. Let's give Palmot a, let's get rid of 2 turns on Dig. The AI is smart enough to just swap out, you know? Okay, Pluck, that's gonna be a stronger air move. And it also eats berries. Enemies this early tend to have berries, like super effective and such. So it kind of makes sense to have, you know? We don't really have to worry about evasion because Rad Red got rid of all evasion outside of Sandvale and Snowcloak, which is really nice because you don't have to worry about like Surge's Raichu hitting double team 6 times in a row. I might actually go low sweep because speed control is important and Flamigo is relatively fast, but I'm not sure. I could also give that to Palmot. I think I'll give that to Palmot after I fight Surge. No, after I fight Bugsy. Because all the electric moves will not matter when I go to fight Surge. Okay. Bad Tantrum isn't bad. It's an okay move, but I don't think I need it for this fight. Defog is good for getting rid of terrain, but there's no terrain to worry about here. I think I am gonna give Rock Tomb. I'm gonna get rid of Covet for now because there's nothing that loses the fairy outside of Ledian. Actually, hold on, let me think about it. I'm gonna get her Ice Fang for now. We'll keep that. Interesting that it can get Electro Web, but I think we're good. All right, we can make this work. Let's just do berries. Hot Wings is gonna need a air berry because there are a fair amount of flyers. That's which Koba, there we go. Okay, Koba. Flamigo is flying, so we need to worry about I'm gonna hold a Thunderberry. So I think that's Wakanda. That's how I remember it. There's no poison, so we're gonna go Flying Berry again. Koba. No. Koba, not Chopple. Brain. Okay, Koba Berry. We're not gonna go Magnet. We're gonna go... I'm also gonna go Koba. There's a lot of flyers. Pangoro, we don't need Pyappa anymore because now I'm dark. So instead we'll probably go Koba again. Nature is okay. That's more or less fine. Oh, that has to change. That is no good. We need to have speed. Either speed be neutral or have speed be up. Either way, we don't want to touch speed in a negative way, you know? So we'll go Adamant again. Gramble. All right, we can make this work. We lead with Lopunny. We fake out into a fighting move. It might end up swapping out. We want to fake out because we want to prevent it from getting its first impression off. And we keep Jump Kick because it's my strongest hitting stab move. For now, at least. Oh no, people I skipped. Swagger. It has Prankster. I could have used Fake Out, but I'm like, I forgot I had Prankster. Fire Punch. Lamau, you're dead. Alright. We're gonna save. VOD friends, lurkers, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I more or less spent last night and a good bit of today watching more lawyers and more people in the law sphere cover, react, break down Sarah Boone's sentencing. How she more or less literally blamed everyone but her for what she did. She then proceeded to ask everyone, including the Earth, for forgiveness. And she more or less was like, I'm Jesus and I did nothing wrong and I forgive you. And then she was handed down life without parole because there is no parole in Florida when you are given a life sentence. So she will be in prison for the rest of her natural life and she'll be carried out in a suitcase, which honestly is really fitting for her because she absolutely deserves that and more. All right, go team. Fake out into Fire Punch. Oh, that did not do nearly enough. For some reason, I'm like, oh, it's this, we'll be fine. And I'm like, no, I'm stupid. So that's kind of an issue. Okay, that's fine. So it definitely was not ideal. All right, we want to swap out. It's going to go random move. We're going to go Palmot. I'm not eating a berry, so it's fine. We're going to hit it with an Uwu Nuzzle for the para. We did get hit with Aerial Ace. I'm not a fan. Spark. Nice. Okay. 2 down. This is probably Bullet Punch. I'm gonna get the para off. Nope. Aerial Ace. Okay. Hot Wings. We're gonna go Flame Charge. Eat your berry. Yup, that's fine. Flame Charge again. Probably gonna get hit with another one. Ah, the crit. Or maybe it was just a high roll. Either way, big damage. Fake Out. Mach Punch. Ledian's gonna come in. I don't think Ledian has a priority move. Let's check. It does. But I think I outspeed. I do. I wanted to break Sash. That was the big thing. Okay. So now we're gonna go into Flamigo. Pluck. Huge. So it wasn't the smoothest Bugsy, but we got there. And now we have U-turn. And now we're gonna go prep for Surge. We're probably gonna go Breloom to deal with Pincurchin. I'm not sure yet what I'm doing for Vikavolt. I have no ground type, so I'm kind of boned against Bellybolt. I suppose in theory I can say Pawmot for Bellybolt, which means I need something else for Pawmot. I think that's what we're gonna do. And I have no idea what we're doing for Mega Manectric. All right, so let's take a gander at how we can do this. The only ground fighting mon is Great Tusk, and that's only available at Cerulean Cave, aka when you beat the game. So it's gonna be a minute for any ground types. I think I am gonna keep Granbull. We are gonna keep Pawmot, but we're not going to use any electric moves. We're not keeping Flamigo because it's gonna die to electric. We're probably gonna keep Hot Wings. We are not gonna keep Pangoro because Dark loses the bug. And we may use Lola. All right, so let's think about this. There's enough ice that I don't really want to bring Como-O, especially since Como-O is not fully evolved. So we are gonna bring Hylux. Hylux is going to keep a Bug Berry in case it swaps into Vikavolt. So that's Tanga. And then we are also going to give it Rock Tomb so it gets the Technician bonus. We're gonna keep Bullet Seed. We're gonna keep Bulldoze. We're gonna keep Mach Punch. This is actually a tough one because I don't wanna lose Worry Seed, but if I try to use Bulldoze, it'll just swap out, so I think I am gonna get rid of Bulldoze for now. Worry Seed being an egg move, I wouldn't be able to get it back if I got rid of it, you know? So we are gonna lead with Hylux. And I'm hoping we high roll the High roll the bullet seed because we don't have loaded dice, so it may only hit 2 times, and that will not be enough damage. Okay. Hot Wings sadly doesn't really do anything here. There's 1 water. It would resist ice. There's 2 water. And there's ground. So I think Hot Wings sadly has to go. Let's see what we want to do instead of Hot Wings. That leaves 2 slots open. I think I might bring a Ghost, because Ghost is immune to fighting. And Shadow Sneak from Teddy Ursa. This is my only fairy fighting, so that's kind of a check to fighting. Fairy fighting is still weak to fairy though, so I'll have to be mindful of that later. Also flying fighting, I think it's second form. Oh, that's right, I'm thinking of Surfetched. For some reason I thought it evolved into Surfetched. Okay, Crabrawler isn't bad, but Ice loses to fighting, Ice loses to fire. Not bad, but there is the 1 Mon that has Flame Burst. Yeah, I think we're gonna grab Teddy Ursa. We're gonna be relying on like probably Spell Tag Shadow Sneak to make sure it does enough damage. I don't think I get bulk up on it either. Let's take a gander, move wise. Also, the Mon is pretty slow, which is another reason why I'm wanting to keep Shadow Sneak. I am gonna grab Shadow Punch, not because the evade cannot evade, more the fact that it's gonna be my strongest ghost move for now. Rare Candy that bad boy. Very good. Nothing here is gonna be weak to fighting, so we're actually not even gonna bother with Brick Break. Okay, let's see what else we have now that it's fully evolved. Hammer Arm would do a lot of damage, so I think it might be worth it just to have a hard-hitting thing that isn't gonna be resisted. Also, we have an ad break coming up in a minute. Grab some water, hug your mother or a significant other if you live with them. Do some exercising. I'm gonna drink some water myself because it's very important to stay hydrated. I don't have the ability to inflict status, so I think if I can't get Iron Fist from the ability pill, I basically have to suck it up and just have an ability that more or less doesn't matter, which doesn't feel good. But the only other option would be going all the way to Celadon and then changing it. So yeah, we're just gonna... Maybe we'll get burned or para'd, and Quick Feet will double our speed, so it'll actually help offset the para. Adds about the trigger. I will see you in a bit. No. Okay. All right. Let's see. What do we want to do as far as other moves? Vac Wave's not bad. We're not gonna bother with Snarl. Fire Punch isn't gonna do anything. Bulldoze, that's an option. I think so, yeah. And then instead of, well, let's think about this. I think we go Citrus, because believe it or not, Teddy Ursa is a bit of a beefcake, so that will 100% help. Okay, Pawmot, we want to keep Punch Glove. We want to get rid of Spark and Nuzzle because none of those are gonna do anything to the enemy. Instead, we're gonna grab, let's see. Think I'm gonna put Bulldoze on Granbull as well. We're gonna get rid of Thunderfang for now. U-turn on Lola to pivot out. That actually seems like a pretty good idea. We'll get rid of Fire Punch for now. Low sweep for speed control isn't bad. Honestly, I think that's actually a good shout over jump kick. It's going to do less damage, but Lola is pretty fast, so being able to control enemy speed is handy. Okay, they get Stomping Tantrum. That's even better. We can replace Bulldoze. Okay. So we have low sleep for speed control. We have bad tantrum. I don't have anyone to poison. I think we hold on to Rock Tomb in case I'm not able to keep Hylix in against, what's his face? Against Vigavolt. Welcome back, everyone. We're almost done situating the team. I still have one slot left to figure out who I'm gonna be bringing in. Okay. So Hylux, Bugberry. Well, hold on. That's fine. Grand Bull. Firefang could change, but I'm not sure what else I can put there for now. Oh, Play Rough. Huge. That's gonna be my hardest hitting move. We'll also put Bite solely for the flinch chance. And Strong Jaw will boost it anyway, so that's actually not too bad. Punch Glove, Volt Absorb. I'm gonna grab this solely for the flinch chance. Okay. Ursa Ring, that's fine. Bulldoze, Hammer Arm, Shadow Sneak, Shadow Punch, holding a Citrus Berry. Lola, we don't need Koba Berry. I think Fighting still loses to Fighting. Let me double check. Yeah, Fighting still loses to Fighting, so we are 100% gonna give it a Fighting Berry. Chipotle Berry. Okay. So we want probably a backup Mon for either Belly Bolt or for Manectric. Manectric's gonna hit really hard with Electric, and it also has Flame Burst. Yumi, thank you for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. You just, you dodged an ad break, so we'll be getting one of those probably in the next 18 minutes. I'm not doing bad. We beat Bugsy, we beat Misty in mono fighting, and we're currently prepping for Surge. I don't have any ground types, so the electric is gonna be a bit of an issue. I appreciate you stopping by. How have you been, Yumi? What's up? Something just happened. Thank you for the cheer. 100. I love that. Yes, I did. I got affiliate on Friday. It's been a lot of work, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without you and everyone else who stops by daily, who watches the VODs, who lurks, who raids, and chats. I am very grateful that we finally hit affiliate, and I'm going to have to go about getting a commission for some emotes because I need to give people a reason to sub. Make sure to stay hydrated, Yumi. It's very important. Make sure to get just a little bit of water in. So we have one slot left as far as fighting goes. I don't have anything ground. Maybe Stuffle because it has Fluffy, which reduces the damage it takes from physical, but then it takes double from fire. There's enough ice that even if I had Como-O, I wouldn't be stoked about using a dragon, you know? So it kind of limits what I can bring. There's at least 2 Mon with water, so I don't really want to bring Hot Wings in. If I could get Gallade, I would consider bringing Gallade in because fighting. Let me see when Metatite becomes... Okay, so I won't be able to use that because it evolves after I beat this. We did not... Let me see what the other abilities are. If Moxie's the hidden, we're not going to be able to use it. Let's see. Awesome. No. Don't worry about it. I will absolutely do that. I do not mind. So yeah, Moxie is a hidden ability. As such, I'm not going to be able to get it. And Heracross is from a part in the game where I can't get a Heracross yet. So I never had the ability to get one via Dexnav. But yeah, I absolutely will look into that, Yumi. I wholly appreciate that. Okay, Sturdy isn't bad, but do you actually have something I can benefit from? Let's see. Sock. Sadly, we did not get Contrary. I was hoping we get Contrary, but this was from the random 6 Pokemon code. Do we have any way to take advantage of this? Low Sweep isn't bad for speed. Counter's also not bad. Wouldn't be able to use Quick Guard. Could use Bulldoze. Can I get Stomping Tantrum? That would be handy. Due to the high attack that Sock has. Let's keep looking. No. Okay. Bulk Up as a tutor. That's from Fuchsia, so it's not ideal. I saw you playing Yu-Gi-Oh last night, Yumi. Did your games go well? Also, what will you be playing tonight? Is it more Resident Evil? Okay, so we can get Power Up Punch. That's not bad. I just don't know if I'll ever actually be able to stay in to take advantage of Power Up Punch, you know? So let's look at Throw instead and see if he gets anything special here. Okay. That's actually huge. I'm probably going to go with Throw if I have one because Technician. Let's see. Interesting. That wouldn't be a bad idea for the Aerodactyl fight where you have to fight a Hypno with Dark Void and an Aerodactyl with Focus Sash and Rock Slide. Oh, nice. I'm glad you won some games. Okay, understood. I'm so glad you were able to fix the save issue. I wholly understand what that's like, and it's a heckin' pain, you know? Yeah, I think we're gonna go Throw. Technician, then boosting Storm Throw, which always crits. That's kind of disgusting. Revenge, because I probably am gonna get outsped by everything. That actually seems like a pretty good idea. Bulldoze boosted by Technician. That's going to be huge. What else? Yeah, I think this is the option. Hey, RJ, thank you for stopping by. I hope you got a tasty beverage. I hope you enjoyed your weekend and you've been having a good Meow Day and Tuesday so far. I'm currently figuring out the last Pokemon that I'm bringing for Surge. We beat Misty and Bugsy relatively handily. Earlier, I was talking about how Sarah Boone was convicted of second-degree murder. She was sentenced to life in prison because Florida is a state that if you get life, you do not get parole. and she gave a statement that was basically, it's all your fault, I'm the victim, I'm basically Jesus, and I forgive you. It was very cathartic to watch the victim impact statements and to see her get life, but I really was hoping that the judge, Michael Kranick, would have given her some choice words. There's been cases like Letitia Stout, Leilani Simon, Jodi Arias, at least one other I'm currently forgetting, I think Lee Murdaugh, where the judge was like, you're a piece of shit and I hate you and you're getting what you deserve. Michael Kranick did not do any of that. He was basically, we've done the things, this is your sentence, you have 30 days to file, which of course they're gonna file. And yeah, exactly, it might come off as self-indulgent in the sense that I like seeing people get their like rear end ripped a new one when they get like a tongue lashing for doing something bad, and it feels like it's they got what they deserve. And I would like to think it could also be cathartic for the family members, because not only are you giving a victim impact statement, but the judge more or less agrees with what you're saying. And sometimes the judge during the closing remarks before sentencing will kind of shed light into why they made the choices they did and how they considered things. It gives light to the process, as it were. So I don't love that, but Sarah, she's a narcissist. She doesn't have narcissistic personality disorder. She only displayed 3 out of 5 needed traits out of a total of 7. So she does not have NPD. But one could make an argument that because Sarah is a narcissist, her getting like bombasted by the judge, that would just like fuel her ego and the whole conspiracy that everyone's against her. So maybe it is for the best that he basically was like, you're not even worth my time, I'm not gonna give you a statement, right? Yes, Pizza Place, thank you for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. This is technically the second day of Fistmas. We started Fistmas yesterday. Rad Red is coming along well. We just beat Misty, we beat Bugsy, we're currently prepping for Surge. I think I'm gonna use Throw, because Technician will boost a bunch of the moves and the Mon is relatively tanky. I hope you're doing well. How is the Terraria going? Also, did you have a good Thanksgiving? All right, so yeah, we are gonna grab Throw. Technician boosts all moves that are 60 base power or less, about like 30%. That's gonna be a big boost in damage. That being said, Sock and Throw are both pretty slow, so that's gonna be an issue as far as actually being able to act, you know? And we're gonna go probably special defense up, because most of this fight is full of special attack mon. So that will be, what do we want it to be? Realistically, special defense up, probably speed down, or special attack down, because it's a physical attacker. I'm glad to hear it went well. Awesome on beating Golem. Golem is a pain insofar as actually getting to him and then having to farm him enough times to get all the stuff you need. Good luck with Duke Fishron. Fishron is a pain. I am not a fan of that boss. The bleed is annoying, and it's certainly a fight that I usually put off for a while. Awesome. Beetle armor is useful. At some point in my life, I did play with friends Terraria, and I did use the beetle armor as well. Right. I'm glad you had a good Canadian Thanksgiving. Awesome that you got home from work and you get to relax now. I'm glad to hear it was a good day. It hasn't been a bad day. As I was telling Yumi, RJ, and anyone else in chat, I was going over Sarah Boone, the suitcase murderer, being sentenced to life in prison. No chance for parole because Florida. She got what she deserved. And the victim impact statements were very powerful. I watched a bunch of lawyers break it down, and I'm going to continue to do so later. I have a degree in criminal justice, and I have a bachelor's in legal studies, so it's very much within my purview. There will also be an ad break in about a minute. So take that time to stretch, grab some water, grab a bite to eat if you're gonna stick around. If not, have a good rest of your evening. For anyone who's not familiar, I stream every Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. to at least 8 p.m. Eastern. Palace Cats, Pokemon, and some crime coverage. So it was gonna be special defense up, special attack down. Here we go. Also, before the ad break, Palace Cats. They're adorable, they're floofy, they're friend-shaped, and I love them. Monetization is a website run by Roman Pavlov in Victoria. It's dedicated to Palace Cats. This is Sven at the Leningrad Zoo. Very round, very fluffy, adorable. Yeah, they are absolutely loaves. Sven is Shu's father. Sven and Namika gave birth to Shu. Ad is on the way, so I will see you all shortly. Fully grown, they're only about 4 to 5 kilograms. They're demonstrably thinner in the summer. That's their winter coat. Okay, let's see. How do I want to do this? I think we want to probably go citrus for generic healing. We want to grab... I'll address those when we come back, RJ, but thank you regarding affiliate and the emotes. All right, so it's gonna be Storm Throw because it always crits, Endure because I am slow, no Seismic Toss. Let's see what else we can give it. Not like speed control really matters, but it will be boosted by, it'll get boosted, which is kind of nice. Actually, no. We're gonna go Bad Tantrum in case Endure fails. That'll make Bad Tantrum do double damage. And then I think it was Rock Tomb. Yes. Crap. Like, I'm always gonna get outsped, so revenge is good. But, yeah, I think we'll do that. And then we'll go back to Bulldoze for some speed control. Then we'll get boosted by Technician, so it's not a huge deal. So let's look at this one last time before we get into it. Ad break is almost over. Okay. Wait. Alright, awesome. Welcome back from the ad break, everyone. We're gonna take on Surge now. We had to make sure to fight Bugsy before, because if you fight Bugsy after you beat Surge, his team becomes significantly harder, and it's a huge pain in the ass. I'm talking Mega Sizor, all level 55 Mons, Cleavor with a focus sash, Araquanid with water bubble. It's a huge pain in the ass. And yes, I'm glad you like the emotes, RJ, and thank you for the affiliate stuff. I'm working on it. I will want to get commissions of Palace Cat's emote eventually. I just have to find someone to do it. All right. Another thing Rad Red did, they made the switches for the barriers always in the same place. So that's actually really cool. Oh no, what a shame. Ah, it's okay though. All right, that's fine. I mean, that makes sense though, 4 times a week. So yeah, it's always top left and bottom right. All right. Lamau, you're dead. Also, if anyone wants to name Pokemon, feel free to give me your suggestion. At least 1, 2, 3, 4 have open names, and then I have a box full of fighting Pokemon. All right, so ideally, I'm able to kill the, what's his face? I then swap into someone else. If it swaps out right away, that's going to be a pain in the butt because I do not want electric terrain up more than it needs to be, you know? All right, go team. All right, so if we high roll, we can kill. Okay, good. So 1 down. That's huge. Okay, Palmot is scary because Thunder Fist or Thunder Punch is going to do major damage. It also has Ice Punch. It also has a Focus Sash. So in my mind, I'm reading that it's either going Ice Punch or hopefully Thunder Punch because it might be the strongest move. Okay, so I'm gonna bank on it being Thunder Punch. No, well, it did go Ice. We are faster though. And there's a reason, that's why I went speed up, you know. Stomping Tantrum, Break Sash. Drain Punch to get it all back. I do not have a priority move and it has Mach Punch, so it's probably reading Mach Punch here. We're gonna go Ursa Ring. It's probably gonna go Thunder Punch here. Yep. Bulldoze. Shadow Sneak. Palmot down. Manectric. Manectric is faster. Electric Terrain is still up. So it's definitely gonna hurt. I am below half HP, so it's random move, but I'm realistically expecting this to be Volt Switch or whatever the other electric move it has is. So I'm gonna gamble on it being electric and hope we win the gamble. Yes, huge. It is faster than me and I don't have any priority move. It's probably going Flame Burst or Hidden Power Grass. Let's eat a turn with Fake Out so the terrain doesn't boost it anymore. We're gonna Fake Out. It is faster. We are going to go Low Sweep for the speed drop. I don't know if I'm gonna need to do another though. I might. It just got a Charge Beam, so it's +1 attack now. I think I'm just gonna play it safe and go for the Mach Punch. Oh, that was not enough damage. Okay. We're gonna come in with Shadow Sneak. HQ, you probably are, because I tried to I tried to give permission to either you or your sister temporarily to allow clips to be posted, and because I have the rule set that all URLs are basically deleted, that setting overrides. So I do not know how to allow you to do that without allowing people to just like spam keyloggers in my chat, you know? Yes, but I'm not friends with HQ on Discord, so that would be an issue. We could probably address that. HQ, thank you for stopping by. I hope you, the cats, and your sister are having a great day. I hope you had a great weekend. I'm glad to hear from you two. I'm glad to hear you're not dead. So, Minetric is still an issue. It goes into Belly Bolt, okay. We are gonna go Bulldoze. It's probably gonna wanna Thunder Wave me into Parabolic. Yep, T-Wave. Yep, not ideal. Okay, it's probably gonna go Parabolic again. So we're gonna go into, yes, we hit it Friday. I am very grateful, thanks to you, your cats, your sister, everyone who has constantly been lurking, showing up, raiding. I wouldn't be able to do it without you all. Yeah, no problem. Thank you, HQ. Much appreciated. All right, I think this is Parabolic. We go into Palmont. Nice, we eel. So it's probably gonna wanna go Muddy Water because well, no, it wouldn't go Muddy Water. I think it will go the Hidden Power because it has nothing else that would actually do a lot of damage against me. So we're just gonna go Bad Tantrum. Yep, Muddy Water, not a big deal. Bad Tantrum again. That's Vikavolt. This is random move because I'm low HP. So I'm gonna go Throw. He's relatively bulky. Mud Shot. That's not a big deal. Eat Your Berry. This is probably a Bug Buzz. I'm gonna go for Rock Tomb. Nice. Nice. Love to see it. Annoying, but I honestly thought I had it in the bag, so that's why I didn't swap out. We are gonna go Hylux. Oh, that's right, it's gonna resist. Bug Buzz is gonna do a lot of damage here. Oh, we get to speed. 42nd. Thank you for the lurk. Thank you for showing up. I made affiliate thanks to the work of you, your sister, the cats, RJ, Yumi, everyone else who has been consistently showing up and lurking, raiding, etc. I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. We also just beat Surge. So, I think what I'll probably end up doing, HQ, is I'll have to disable the spam protection by allowing URLs to be posted, and then I'll have to be really vigilant about catching anyone who posts a keylogger in the chat and then like instantly banning them, you know, because other than that I don't have a workaround. 42nd, I hope you're doing well. What have you been playing? So yeah, we just beat Surge. We're gonna be doing mono fighting, mono bug, probably one more mono type, then we'll go back to Terraria for like 2 weeks or so. I love that. Not a single brain cell going through Kirk's head. Ah, Terraria. How are you progressing within it? Okay, so now we can update the text. 3 badges, level cap is 44. Okay. Very good. We're also gonna save, so I don't have to deal with it. We're gonna look at some more palace cats real quick. There haven't been any 2 new ones aside from Abracos and Figa. Those are the 2 in the top. They are the offspring of Primula, which is why they're known as the Primuloids. We also have this. This is Nathu. Nathu was at the Lumini Safari Reserve in France at some time. I love the very large whisker subsystem. Very large eyebrow whiskers. Nice little white fluff under the chin. Very adorable. Also got the dent in the head right here. Let's see. Classic. Okay, awesome. That's good progress. It is absolutely more challenging. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yes, in theory, you don't have to build an arena for a boss fight, but let me tell you, more often than not, a boss arena is very useful if you want to fight a boss, especially if you have something like the Moon Lord and you don't have like infinite flight. So you're gonna make like a super long minecart track with a minecart, maybe some booster tiles, and then below that you're gonna do like platforms with bonfires and heart lanterns. But yeah, boss arenas are very important. I believe when a boss spawns, I don't know if this is something that Calamity added, you can log out once the boss spawns and it'll be gone when you log back in. I did that a bunch because I wasn't ready for like several mechanical bosses when they showed up, you know? Here's another one of Nathu. Not a single thought going through its head. Once again, very pronounced whisker subsystem. Rounded ears, unlike other cats. This was taken in September, so it's transitioning from summer to a winter coat. We are going to have an ad break in about 2 minutes. So please use that time to take care of yourself. Grab some water, do some exercises, grab some food if you're gonna stay around. If not, I hope you have a good rest of your evening and I will see you tomorrow. 42nd. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for chatting. Once again, much appreciate the lurk. I will do my best to have a good rest of your stream, and I hope I catch either you or your sister streaming this week. Take care. Okay, now we gotta make our way to, what's it called? To Celadon. Eel. There you go. Eel. Make it daytime because it's easier to see. We need to fly back to Viridian because we need flash. That way it's easier to see. Visibility, very important. And the player character model is Cynthia because she gets a motorcycle, which is really neat. Oh, wait. No, it's the other way, isn't it? I'm very silly. It's up here. There we go. Awesome. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I do want to keep going up because this is a different side of the route and you can get different encounters. And by that, I mean this. And by that, I mean this. We grab Thief. Ad is about to proc in about 30 seconds, so I'm actually going to do a quick breb while I'm at it. There's Machop, so I will absolutely want to get this. Ad's about to trigger. I will see you all shortly. save because it's been a minute. All right, so. All right, Meow, welcome back, everyone. We're gonna grab this Machop because no guard, very funny. Not a very fast mon, though. We also have to keep an eye out for what we're gonna use for Erica, because I do not think we have anyone that can learn Home Claw / Bulk Up and Dual Wing Beat. But we are gonna check, because it does help. All right, so... okay, Home Claws, type, flying. So yeah, Hwalucha. And sadly, I don't think I have a Hwalucha. And Hwalucha is not at a point in the game that is accessible for me at the moment. So that's not ideal. Okay, we wanted to go back today because we want to grab Machop. And then we need to see if I actually need the hidden ability or not. I might not. Let's see. I think Steadfast, that's being flinched makes you faster. So it's like, that's neat, but I'd much rather have no guard when given the opportunity, you know? Welcome back, Sort of HQ. What are you up to? Are you getting ready to go to bed? Which, was it Kirk that was making you be, talk to you later? RJ, I appreciate you stopping by, even if it were only for a few minutes. I hope you rest well. I hope you have a good rest of your Tuesday into Wednesday. And Lord willing, I'll see you sometime later this week. Take care, and thank you again. I also hope you're able to get some decent headphones between Thanksgiving weekend into Cyber Monday. I know you're in the UK, but online deals and such are nice, you know? Okay, so yeah, we got Machop. Now we're gonna go to Cerulean. I'm gonna level everyone up to 44. Well, I'm gonna level them all to level cap. The only one I have to really worry about is Picnicker Caitlin, because it's a Smurgle with Choice Scarf, and then 3 Mon that are just going to use either Close Combat, V-Create, or Dragon Ascent. And fighting is weak to flying, so Dragon Ascent's gonna fuck me. The other 2, eh. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get clever for Erica. Not having a sweep means I actually have to prep a team instead of use 1 Pokemon, Roost, Home, Claw, and Sweep. Okay, Schrodinger. Very adorable. I like the idea of cats jumping on doorknobs in an attempt to escape. Okay. Oh, that's fun. Schrodinger is truly an enigma. McCoy, I'm glad he's happy to be here. We love that for him. Oh yeah, I may as well swap to someone that actually has a move I can use against them. Whoops. That was very awkward. Yeah, that was very much an oopsie doopsies and sometimes even a poopsie whoopsies. So we'll have to actually somewhat think. Huh! I like that. Happy to be here, but would prefer to leave. Such a silly creature, truly. Play rough, that's gonna be useful for all the fighting mon. It's still electric, so it's weak to ground. That's Frost Punch. I actually forgot where Ice Punch was until this point. Swap into Palmont. Eel. Rock Tomb. Rock Tomb. Bug Flying, 4 times weak to rock. You love to see it. I think there's, yes, Ether. Okay, so is there anything here that we can actually use? There is not. Let's check Night. All right, there's not. So that makes our job easier. We do want full Pokeball though, so we're gonna go back to Cerulean just to heal. There you go. So, does chat have anything to look forward to this week? Have you gotten your holiday shopping over with? I'm not doing bad, HQ. Family member who had an operation the other week is still struggling from health issues post-operation, which is annoying because the operation itself went well. But it's not super serious. It's more of a thing that we didn't expect, you know? Amelia Miller, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate the first time chat. We're doing mono fighting in Rad Red 4.1. We're currently gonna make our way to Celadon and give Erica a knuckle sandwich. Yes, there's definitely some chaos here. There's also cats. But I suppose that's redundant because there's chaos here. All right, we're gonna go to Gramble with a Play Rough. Play Rough. We be playing rough with everyone. It does lots of damage. We're gonna go with Bullet Seed. Bullet Seed again. Elaborate on that HQ. Rock Tomb. Very good. Now this is Picnicker Caitlin. Super annoying. Pretty much everyone needs a Flying Berry because of Dragon Ascent. But Flying Berry doesn't save me from Dragon Ascent with Breloom. So we're actually gonna go Aqua Berry on Hylux. Okay, Koba is flying. Oh, that's right, close combat. So we do still want to hold a Chople for that. Instead of Citrus, we're gonna go Koba. We're gonna go Koba. Punch Glove is fine. Understood. Yes. I have to figure out emotes insofar as I'm gonna want to get mono themed emotes, so I have to find someone credible that isn't gonna break the bank to do that. Amelia, I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying your pizza. What kind of pizza? Good job on completing the art for your project. I appreciate you stopping by to relax. Stream is going well so far. I can't have pizza because health issues, so I hope your pizza went well, and I hope you enjoy every bite of it. Very nice. All right. So yeah, we're gonna save. We are going to lead with Lola because we want to fake out. We're gonna eel. Fake out into U-turn because I am faster. We're gonna go Ursaring. Alright, nice. This is Focus Sashed. Super annoying. We're gonna go into Lola again. I am, but I am going to want to have them commissioned. I'm going to want them to be Palace Cats. Palace Cats are wild animals, predominantly in Asia. Some are also in Iran, but I guess that's more of the Middle East, if anything. They're very round. They're very fluffy. They're super adorable. This is Psynock. He crossed the Rainbow Bridge, but he tolerates chin scratches. That's funny, HQ. I don't know about being a co-worker, but yeah, I love Psynock's white socks. Super adorable, stripy tail. Yes, that is what I would end up wanting them to be. Yeah, more or less. But I'm going to have to look into every single artist I'm interested in. I'm gonna have to look at their body of work, and then I'm gonna want to make sure I'm not getting ripped off. I saw one that was like $75 for 5 emotes, and I don't know how much of a thing that is. I don't want to get bamboozled, you know. Here's another one of Psynock. He was probably sleeping and wasn't pleased with the light. He's doing a big heckin' hiss. Very angry. All right, so let's get through this. We're gonna fake out into Mach Punch. I think it's gonna be enough. Huge. Spinda has Contrary, so every time its stats go down, they would go up. So it'll basically like spam close combat to lower its defenses, and instead it'll become more defensive. So we're going to U-turn out. We're gonna go into Gramble. We're gonna go into Play Rough. We're gonna go into Play Rough. We're gonna go into Play Rough. We live on 2, that's huge. We're gonna go into Lola again. Fake out into Mach Punch. Yeah, Psynock was doing a big hiss. Amelia Miller, thank you for the follow. Very appreciated. Psynock also not being pleased. He's doing the hiss, but he's also doing the typical cat, I need to do a threat display, which is really important for animals. I have several more of them doing threat displays, which is actually a good bit of fun. Let's see. I have to actually find them though in here. It's gonna take a minute. I do not have Instagram, but I do technically have a Discord. That being said, I don't give it out because I don't want to be solicited, spammed by people. I'm looking for ones where they're getting tall, and I'm struggling to find it. My brain. All right. Okay, so that's one. That's Gnar. I don't know what... Yeah, I can definitely look into that. Gnar's... He's putting on a big old threat display. He kind of looks like an Imperial Walker, which is why I actually made a quick edit a while ago of Gnar destroying the Echo base on Hoth. These are Pika. Pika are rodents. That's what Mon will eat. I mean, they don't only eat Pika, but they very much eat rodents. Yeah, I will check that out. Let's see. I will do it after stream though, because we have an ad coming up in a minute. All right, so let's see. All right. So yeah, we have an ad coming up in a minute, so get an exercise, do a stretch. Very important. Maybe even stay hydrated. Let's see if we can at least find one more of them being big before the ad break triggers. Yeah, no problem. I wasn't able to find another one, so instead here is Bull. He's pretending to be someone's chiropractor. And they might be not alive. But I thought that was adorable. Palace cats, I love them. Big fans. They are threatened, which is another reason why I care about them so. There's less than 57,000 palace cats in the world. And that's an old figure, so it might be even lower. Also, the break is about to happen right now. I will see you all in a bit. All right. Okay. Let's see. What do we have? Okay, let's see. So, well, that's actually not bad. that's gonna be an issue. Let's get out. Fake out into U-turn, into throw, into bulldoze. All right, and we're back, everyone. So yes, after stream, I will check it out, Amelia. Stream will probably be on for another 1 to 2 hours. Please tell me it didn't crash. Okay, we didn't crash. Good, good, good. That's important. And yeah, I'll be reaching out to a bunch of people, but if I'm not interested in what you came up with, I will make a point to let you know, because I don't want to waste people's time. Though it is a shame that not everyone feels the same way about that, you know? This is why I'm super grateful to have a ghost type, because fighting can't hit ghost. Fake out into low sweep. We're gonna be getting a lot of value out of the fake outs, especially since it's stab boosted fake out. Not that it's gonna be super effective, but it will do more damage, which, you know, we love that. Let's see. Nope, nothing yet. We are almost out of rock tunnel. We will easily be able to beat Erica today. We want to grab Yoink. Yeah, I will. I wrote your name down, so it will absolutely happen. All right. Oh yeah, I forgot you have to fight her. Okay, fake out into low kick. Let's do another low sweep. Let's do another low sweep. It was resisted because it was part fairy. I actually kind of forgot that. Rock slide, thank you very much. That's another thing that Rad Red did. They boosted the accuracy of a lot of moves, so you don't have to worry about them missing. Granted, you still have things like Hydro Pump with 85 accuracy, or Inferno with 50, but that's okay. You don't have to use it, you know? Yeah, it's possible. All right, we had to fight him, not a big deal. We're gonna fake out, we're gonna mock punch, we're gonna mock punch. We're just gonna swap out into Palmot. Thankfully, we have that tantrum. We are almost out of rock tunnel. Ah, it was a Zorua. Okay. Bite is boosted by Strong Jaw. We're gonna play rough. Nicely done. We are on our way out. I don't think I have any steel, not yet, and I don't think I have any rock or ground, so I'm gonna have to be clever about how I get my safety goggles. Yes, I appreciate those words, Amelia. I will certainly let you know. All right, I am out of fake out. Oof, like a tongue. Crocolore. I don't know if it's ghost yet, so we're gonna go into Palmot. Ah, lived on one. Boo. All right. I'm from the US, and that's all I'm going to say, because I do not feel like doxing myself. All right, let's see. No, I don't think Fomantis becomes fighting. Let's find out. It does not. It stays grass. Okay. Oh, Lurantis. Okay. So we do want a Fomantis. Okay, we are at, like, we have a bevy of grass fighting, but it's always nice to have more options, you know? Okay. I don't think anyone else here becomes fighting, but we want to double check. No one does. Okay, good. We're gonna save because it's been a minute. I don't want to lose any progress. Because oopsie doopsies, poopsie whoopsies, there was a crash. This is Acro. Fake out, we got Parad. We're gonna U-turn into Granbull. We're gonna go into Ursaring. It has levitate. Oh, it has neutralizing gas, right? So we can bulldoze. Okay. I'm so used to it always being levitate, you know? Nice. We want to eel and we want to save. I think for now I'm gonna go with static emotes. At some point I will want to go down the route of animated ones. Okay, what do we have here? We have... Oh, we finally have Passimian. The reason why that's nice is it can have Contrary, which increases stats whenever they'd be lowered. And it naturally learns Close Combat, which will proc Contrary. So that's very powerful. Okay, let's see. We also have access to dual wing beat. We have access to loaded dice up here. There's no fighting evolution, so we don't have to worry about Eevee. Right off the jump, we're grabbing, yeah, if I don't find them easy to afford or the product doesn't rate that, I will make sure to let you know. So we grab the T. We do need some egg Pokemon, so I want to grab everything else before I start doing that, you know? All right, let's see. I have access to Dream Patches now, so I don't need another Heracross. Okay. We are gonna grab Phalanx, but it is definitely one of the bug fighting Pokemon of all time. All right. I think the big thing going for Phalanx is the fact that it has crit immunity. So I am 100% using that against Koga. Because Sniper, Choice Scarf, Wicked Blow from Drapion, major damage. I have not mentioned my budget on stream. All I have mentioned was I did see someone who was offering to do 5 emotes for $75. Yeah, HQ, tell me, spill the tea, girl. All right, gonna grab some dual wing beat. We're also gonna grab fly in case I actually want to use it as a move. I probably won't. All right, we dip down low because I do not take that fight up there. Okay. What do you mean swap? Like holding one cat to another cat? I appreciate those words, and I'll talk about this more, Amelia, when I end stream and I message you on Discord. All right, we grab Psychic TM. We did the T. We grab our Dream Patches. Probably about like 30 or so, because I don't want to have to run out of them anytime soon. There we go. Now let's think about who I actually want out of eggs and what I want for Erica. Sorry for the flashbang. Okay. So realistically, I want a Rowlet because I want Hisui and Decidueye. It's been a bit. So, yeah, I want Rowlet. I want Quaxley. I want... Libre, Pikachu. So basically one of each color is all I'm looking for right now. So we'll start with that. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right. Huh. That is quite hilarious. Are your other two cats just like chilling somewhere else in the house? Also, I think it was Spock. Have you had any success with Spock switching to the different food? My therapist is trying to find the ideal food for one of her cats, and sadly it has not been going well for her. Let's see, so we're gonna get rid of everyone but one person because I have to have it in the party. We save before doing any of the eggs because I don't want to run out of shards if possible. I'm gonna be live for another hour and change realistically. So don't worry about it, Amelia. See you in a bit. Save. I'm actually gonna skip out on the Pikachu because I have Pawmot, and then I have Iron Hands for electric fighting. We're doing red shards because there's one Pokemon here we want. And if we don't get it, then we're gonna do blue and green. Okay, let's see. All right. Oh. That's very awkward, and I hate that there was cat pee involved for you, and I'm glad that your winter wear was able to mitigate against the tough claws. Okay. Yeah, that seems like a lot of unnecessary drama. I suppose it's, you know, part and parcel of being a cat owner, and by being a cat owner, by having multiple cats. All right. So let's see if we got what we needed. Oh, yeah, that's good. So, no. Oh, okay. So, Embor isn't bad. It's more the fact that I don't know if I'm actually gonna be able to leverage how fucking slow it is. Okay. I find that kind of funny that he just happened to hiss in general rather than hissing at someone in particular. So let's look at Embor. I feel like this is a no, but let me double check. Okay. So Bull Rush wouldn't be bad, but it's still super slow is the issue, you know? I'm glad that they're having better poops. I'm glad that we're dialing in what the cats can eat without puking. Okay, so Flame Charge, Sucker Punch, like those are basically two that are always being included, I think. Let me do... Okay. Can I get Drain Punch? That'd actually be huge. Awesome, I'm so glad that you're keeping a chart to help your cats live better. I'm trying to see if there's anything that really speaks to me with Embor due to how slow it is. That's mildly interesting. You know what? I think there is a world where we do this. Burn Up will remove my fire typing, so I'll be fighting, and I'll be funny. Yes, exactly. And I'm not gonna say any more on it. Also, we have an ad in less than a minute. Do a stretch, get hydrated, grab some food, we'll see you shortly. But yeah, I am gonna keep Embor. There's some secret tech we can do with Fire Blast. And I already know what I'm naming him because he's a pig. It's gonna be Bacon Boy. There's a story behind that, and we'll go into it after the ad break. All right, so now we need green and blue, and that's important. All right, can't use Litten anyways. So that's not bad. Realistically, I'll have all the Sevian Mon possible. Yeah, Samurai is water dark or water steel, right? Yeah. Oh, that's right, I actually need to save first. Alright, Meow, and we're back. I'm almost done doing the egg stuff, aka trying to get the Pokemon we need. Then we're gonna prep for Erica. The only two out of this we can use realistically are Rowlet and Chespin. Chespin isn't very good though. Another one of those slow Pokemon with a lot of common weaknesses. In theory, I could use Sprigatito because Protean, but I'm not going to because then I would have to have a fighting move on it at all times, you know? Also, I want Rowlet more than I want Rowlet more than I want Chespin, so we're gonna reset until we get the Rowlet, which is why we save in front of the old man. I'm not sure what Togekiss dimensions are, and I think that scares me. Oh, you mean how large are they? It clicked once I read about Empoleon. Empoleon's a big boy, though. He's probably the biggest of the bunch, it would look like. Okay, if I get the Rowlet, that's fine. But we need the Rowlet. All right. So that's lame. All right. Let's run that back. You know what they say, right? Third time's the charm. All right. 2 more. I like Turt, but I can't realistically use them again. I'll probably use them for a bit in mono ground, but yeah, no. Oh, we did get Rowlet. Okay, so we do like birds. Birds are funny. Lev looks like an owl. I'm gonna show you what I mean. Where are you, Lev? That's our boy Lev. He's a male palace cat who currently lives at Nasu Animal Kingdom in Japan. He's nesting, so we're gonna name our Rowlet Lev. Let me read this. Yeah, that is relatively large. Okay, yeah, that is definitely a animal I don't want to mess with. All right. All right, so we got what we needed. We're gonna make a point to save, so we don't have to worry about oopsie doopsies. We didn't get our Rowlet. Yeah, that is not 10. Yeah, that is very much not the scale. Yeah, there's no world where it's to scale, but that is funny. I appreciate you doing your due diligence to figure out the facts behind the Pokemon. Okay, so I need to look at something. I'm not gonna have that. Boo. And it won't be stab. Means we have to rely on it being the other thing. Oh, for... Huh. So I could give it workup at least. I suppose that's not the worst thing in the world. Alright, so we got some ideas. They're definitely not the best ideas, but we're gonna make it work, I think. Alright, so Lev is level 16. That's fine. We want to save because it's been a minute. We want to go to Poke Rider. We want to grab 2 things. Okay. Yeah, that is a relatively large bird. Penguin. So basically, the first way you spelled it, sans the E. Okay, we're gonna save again. Yeah. I'm not sure what that is either. I only use the Lord's measurements, aka feet. We can get home claw, so we're gonna use workup instead. Yeah. I'm gonna grab Trailblaze, but I'm probably not gonna end up using it because this is intended for Erica. All right. I'm back. We did get dual wing beats, so that's important. We're grabbing that right now. I mean, I will tell you, that is on the heavier side for someone who's 5'7". And that's by the relatively lax health standards that the US has. For example, I'm 5'10", and I'm around 155. So 5'7" and almost 190 is not great in my opinion. I hate this. I'm not gonna be able to get Roost in unless I get rid of Sucker Punch. I think I have to. Okay. So now we can evolve it. It's not gonna be Stab, but it's important that we got all the moves to do the things, you know? And we're not even gonna bother with Trip Arrows. I know that's gonna seem wild and crazy, but we're trying to make Lev do a sweep, and if it can't, then we're just gonna suck it up and do the other thing because Lamau, it's funny that way. Okay. Yeah, it absolutely is bullshit. You're not wrong. Yes. All right, so nature change. We want to go Jolly because we want outspeed. Rillaboom is, we need to beat 119, 129. So what does that look like? Or, okay, 88, 85. Okay, so yeah, we can beat that. All right. We're not gonna put it there just yet. We are also going to grab Yachi Berry in case it wants to swap into, what's his face? Meowscarada and hit me with a trip. Well, actually, no. Because it will only protect me against the first hit. Right. Never mind. Let's do Sharp Beak to make up for the fact that we're not going to have Stab on dual Wing Beat. Okay, so tentatively, Hisuian Decidueye is for Rillaboom. I'm gonna need backups because I do not expect this to work. Yeah, I mean, Penguin, it needs insulation against jet fuel. Like, I understand that. But yeah, I do not think that's a healthy weight for our good friend Rillaboom. We're going to bring Pangoro because Bullet Punch is going to be very handy against our good friend Meganium. I'm bringing Rilo insofar as Lucario to get safety goggles for whatever I use to fight Venusaur. That leaves nothing yet to actually, no, I'm gonna bring Pawmod in to deal with Hisuian Electrode. Okay. We need something for Weed Cat, and we probably need at least one backup otherwise. So I think for Weed Cat, we go Lopunny with Fake Out into Mach Punch, holding a Punch Glove. Okay, so I think that leaves one slot open. 2 slots open, technically. Okay. I'm gonna bring Ursaring because he's a ghost, so I can swap in the ghost and hopefully bait the self-destruct from Voltorb. And by Voltorb, I mean Electrode. And we want to use a flyer for Venusaur, because otherwise it's just gonna put me to sleep and do Earth Power. HQ, we have an ad in about a minute and change. If you need to go, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for keeping me company and boosting the metrics. I hope you sleep well and have a good rest of your day / evening. Yeah, we're gonna grab Flamigo. That's gonna be our flyer. And by that, I mean we're gonna put away Flamigo so we can get Lucario for the safety goggles. I think it's like level 30 at night, 30 in day. So they did change some friendship evolutions, just not all of them. All right. Which I was very surprised by. Most of the time, when I've played a game that can support like friendship evolutions existing, they don't change. So, and we're not using Lucario at all outside of safety goggles because I want to save Lucario for Mono Steel. Because there's only one other fighting steel Pokemon, and it requires a Mega Stone. Alright, chat, welcome back. I realize Dark fighting is 4 times weak to Fairy, so Drain Kiss, unless I outspeed, is just gonna kill my Pangoro. So that means we're gonna go Sneasler. We're gonna go with... I need to suss this one out because I'm actually not sure. We're gonna go Black Sludge for periodic healing. We are going to go Poison Jab because I don't have high crit ratio. I think we do keep Hone Claws. I think I do keep Metal Claw. Unless I can get Iron Head, which realistically I probably can't. Let's see. Acro's not bad, but the concern is it won't go through Focus Sash. So we're gonna go dual Wing Beat instead. Trying to suss out how we need to do this. I think I want as much as I like Lunge. Wait, does Flamigo even have any way to buff itself? I know it doesn't have Home Claws, so that's kind of interesting, right? I mean, it has Focus Energy, but that's very underwhelming. And Bulk Up is sadly not here. So, yeah, no. Alright, so Flamigo is just gonna have to suck up the fact that it does not do a lot of damage. We're gonna go U-turn over Lunge. So it looks like I am gonna have to hold on to Metal Claw because there's nothing else that's stronger. Okay. So that's actually not bad. I don't think I'm gonna ever outspeed the Electrode though, you know. Nah. I think the terrain will be gone by then, realistically. Let's see. Yeah, I think we can make that work. We're gonna keep Bad Tantrum. We're going to keep, I don't know. I like the pivot. So I think I do grab that. Okay. And we don't have to worry about Volt Absorb in this. Well, actually, no, we do want it because we want that move to fizzle. Right. Right. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, so let's just double check and then we're gonna go take on Erica. So I'd say that's We're never outspeeding Electrode, so we are instead gonna go Adamant. Ursa Ring. We're actually fine with Quick Feet. We're going to go Jolly. And then we're gonna give it the Flame Orb so it can have double speed from Quick Feet. We have to hope that we don't get hit with a fat knockoff on the first turn, because if we do, that'll be an issue. Flamigo, safety goggles for Flamigo, because that's gonna be my answer to Venusaur. With dual Wing Beat, U-turn, Roost Detect. That being said, I might not even be able to use Roost because flying immunity. Once I use Roost, I lose the typing. Lola. We do have different ability stuff now, so let's actually change that. I think Dream Patch is limber, so we can't be paralyzed. That's actually kind of nice. Who did I want to use? Oh yeah, Weed Cat, right. So that's gonna be... I'm gonna gamble on, actually no, I'm gonna keep that. I think that'll be fine. Let's go with generic Citrus. Actually no, let's go with something that's gonna do damage. I want the Fake Out to do more. So just, I'm gonna do Shell Bell. That will make the move do some eel. I don't think I'm gonna outspeed Meowscarada. Yeah, Meowscarada is 123, so we just don't ever outspeed. So I think instead I'm actually gonna remove the item entirely. That way, knockoff won't do as much. Okay. Flamigo is good. That needs to change. We're gonna go Adamant again. No. Adamant. Yeah, that needs to change as well. Well, actually not really. But I think Overgrow can absolutely be different. Let's see. Decidueye. Quill Rush. Yeah, that's actually quite nice. That'll give me a nice boost on the first turn. Dream Patch. We're not kicking, so Striker isn't super exciting, you know. Alright, let's make this work. Off to give Erica a knuckle sandwich. Feeding all these starving gym trainers. Swap out, go into Lul. Fake Out into... It's just gonna barrier spam. Swap into that. Full switch, you're dead, Lamau. Oops. I don't have a dark move I don't have a move currently. Oopsie doopsies and poopsie whoopsies. I'm silly. Alright. Oh man, the Iron Defense spam. I goofed it. I'm going to lose. I'm gonna lose to this. That is super annoying. I hyper focused my team to be good at one thing, and then it was like oopsie doopsies. I totally forgot about everyone else. Oops. Good enough. All right, so the idea is we're gonna try to use... I'm gonna also give Pama the normal berry because the explosion from self-destruct I might not be able to bait. Lola gets no item. We are going to attempt to sweep with Lev. If we're not able to sweep with Lev, then I'm gonna have to change what we do, because obviously the team is a backup, but if Lev doesn't even at least take out what's her face, Rillaboom, there's no point to her even being here. So let's see if we can get it before the ad break. Trailblaze to boost my speed. Another Trailblaze to boost my speed. Work up, +1 attack. Another work up. I'm gonna roost. I'm only fighting now, so I do have to watch out for that. Another work up. Another roost. Another work up. Another work up. Another roost. Another roost. A Trailblaze. One last roost. I'm hoping this is enough to sweep. It's not going to be stab, so it will not be as effective as like a dual wing beat from Talonflame. Okay? Nice. And we got a sweep from Lev. Fuck yeah, that's awesome. I more or less did the exact same thing I would normally do with a Gale Wings Talonflame, but we were able to do it even with dual wing beat not being stab. Erica, that was a very fast knuckle sandwich. I so did not expect we'd be able to pull it off. I'm grateful that we did. I didn't want to end up being in a situation where we couldn't, and then it's like, ah, fuck, the rest of the team's garbage. What do I do? We're gonna do all the game corner stuff. Then we're gonna prep and take on the first game corner grunt. I have some pretty clever strats for that. All right, let's see. I think they're clever at least. So it's my understanding that the only Mon in here that are fighting are Rylu, which we already have, Jangmo-o, which we already have, and no one else. So that's a little disappointing, but it means a bunch of TMs, which is very pog. Ad is about to go off in about a minute, so take a stretch break, drink some water, exercise a bit, maybe grab something to eat. I'll be here drinking water, getting all my mons sorted for the upcoming battle, which is a double battle that leads with a Dark Void, Bad Dreams, Dark Void Hypno, and an Unnerve Aerodactyl, so you can't eat berries. So you basically focus the Aerodactyl, then you kill the Hypno, and then you destroy one side to make it easier. So we'll pull that up real quick right before the ad procs. All right. All right. This is gonna be an issue. All right, Meown, we're back. We're sussing out how we're beating this upcoming fight. I think I more or less have everything. I'm gonna take a gander at like one or two other mon. No, that would definitely not be an answer. $85. $75. Immune to crit though is really nice. Honestly, I'm gonna go Phalanx because it's immune to crit. And it has higher defense. Okay. So we're gonna lead with LOL. We're going to fake out. We're going to have Pawmot do a Thunder Punch. We're also going to go to Iron Fist now that I don't need that. Then we need to pivot out with the Volt Switch into another Mon that's going to deal with what's her face. Deal with the Hypno. Yep, Iron Fist, that's huge. That boosts all punching moves, which we want to see. We flinch, aka fake out the Aerodactyl, so we don't have to worry about getting flinched with Rock Slide, doing major damage. Thunder Punch. Instead of Rock Tomb. Okay, so that's fine. That's what we need. This is also fine. Yep. Ursa Ring. We're keeping Flame Orb for the speed. Primate needs to become Annihilate. Shadow Punch over Thunder Punch. And by that I mean over Brick Break. Bad Tantrum over Thunder Punch for now. And now we can evolve it. No Outrage, because Outrage locks you in for 3 turns. Welcome back, Amelia. Hope you're doing well. We beat Erica, and now I'm prepping for the first of many Game Corner fights. It's a double battle with a Bad Dreams Hypno and Unnerve Aerodactyl with a Focus Sash, Intimidate Gramble, and a Guts Obstagoon. So once we get rid of the Aerodactyl, we can eat berries. Those berries... No, I said in an hour or so. So yeah, don't worry about it. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Hopefully whatever you help your mom with is all sorted. Still no bulk up. I'll have to get that later, I guess. Vital Spirit's also nice in case the Hypno doesn't go down. That way I don't have to hold the berry. We want to keep Shadow Punch. We're gonna go... What do we think? Let's see. I think I'm gonna go Punch Glove. Sneasel, we're gonna use Sneasel for... Well, Sneasler. We're gonna use Sneasler for the... What's-her-face? Gramble? No. Use item, not hold item. Oh my god, goodness. I cannot menu today. There we go. Dire Claw is better than Poison Jab. We keep those. Pressure really isn't that good, so let's see what else we have. Especially since in this, the AI consistently never run out of PP, so you can't even like PP stall, you know? Unburden, double speed if your item gets consumed. I don't think so. I think we're gonna stick to Poison Touch. Unburden is good in certain fights where you need to be fast. Battle Armor, that's perfectly fine. But we do need to change that nature. We're gonna go... We're gonna go Defense up. Special down. Because we're gonna be using it for the Obstagoon, which is 4 times weak to fighting. Impish, there we go. Yep. Okay, Sodari has bulk up, even better. Let's see what fighting move we're actually gonna use then. It doesn't have fists, so I'm not sure what it's actually gonna be able to use. There we go, Brick Break. That'll be my strongest fighting move. Because Reversal only does more damage the lower you are. So if you had like a speed boost, Blaziken with Focus Sash, you could rely on Reversal. Ironhead's also nice because flinch. So we're gonna go that. And then I'm probably gonna go generics. Citrus Berry. Sneasler, we're gonna go... I think it's still half weak because of the fighting type. So, let's make this work. save. Okay, you're good. You're good. You're fine. That's fine. Yep, very good. We love to see it. Okay. Go team. So right off the jump, we fake out. We thunder punch. This will be enough to take out our Dactyl. This way we can eat our berries when Hypno goes to put us to sleep. In comes Obstagoon. I want to U-turn the Hypno. Actually, no, let's do this right, because Hypno is a threat. Yeah, we're just gonna double into the Hypno. We're going to U-turn and Volt Switch. We're gonna go into Stanky, and we're gonna go into Phalanx. Facade is very tanky, and Stanky has Vital Spirit. We want to first impression the Obstagoon, and we want to Shadow Punch the Hypno. Not ideal, but the Hypno is down. This is not ideal because that Gramble. I think I'm faster. I think I'm faster than the Obstagoon, but I don't know. I think I'm faster than the Grimmsnarl, but I don't think I'm faster than the Obstagoon. So we're gonna go Iron Head, and we're gonna go Covet. Eat your berry, very good. Okay, Obstagoon down. Obstagoon was a huge threat because Guts Facade, it does big damage. It's not gonna be stab, but that's a decent amount of damage, right? Okay, so now we wanna go into Sneasler, Iron Head, and we wanna go Dire Claw. Nicely done. So there's 2 more double battles, then Geo. We're going to Eel. We're going to save. I'm not even gonna think about the 2 doubles until we actually get there. I guess I have to fight him just to get it over with, because otherwise I'm gonna have to dodge him every single time, you know? All right. Volt Switch. Huh. Oh, because I attacked myself. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, Sneasler. Oh, I forgot I don't have the ground move anymore. I'm very silly. You turn out, go into Ursa Ring. That's fine. Basically, fake out into U-turn, into Palmot, into Thunder Punch, into Fire Punch. Nicely done. I'm trying to only go to the parts that I actually need to. Yoink. Neutralizing gas, we're gonna fake out into U-turn, into Ursa Ring. Lamau, self-destruct, I was immune to damage. Oh, it's not, for some reason I thought Ninjask was should ninja, I'm like, oh no. We got our lift key, very good. We dig our way out so we don't have to fight the elevator grunt. Yoink. We grab this as his taunt. Taunt's a good way to shut down Mon that rely on status. Especially if you have Prankster, because it lets you use priority move. It makes status moves priority. If you're not like really fast, it's a good way to deal with it, you know? Okay, floor 4. Don't really need it. Okay, so now we have 2 battles to prep for. We want to take out the G-Wheezing on the first turn because neutralizing gas. we're gonna fake out the slacking so it doesn't get to go first. So ideally a special psychic or a special steel move. I don't think I'm gonna have anything like that, and I'm not allowing myself to use Lucario. So I'm not sure what this is going to end up being. Okay. I'm gonna keep Lola. We're gonna give her a Fairy Berry, because that's gonna hurt from the G-Weezing, just in case it ends up not dying on that first turn, you know? No Palmont, no Phalanx, no... Yeah, I'm pretty much rejiggering the whole team here. Okay. Alright, I think it's time for Huge Power Metatite. We have an ad coming up in a minute. Stay hydrated, do a stretch, grab something to eat. If you need to. Stanky is absolutely coming back in though for Giovanni. Alright, so Metatite. Let's see how we want to do this. Alright, let's see. Alright everyone, welcome back. I wanted to do Metatite, but then I realized I'm not going to have huge power, so I'm not going to do a lot of damage. So instead we're grabbing Play Rough, and we're going to use Gallade, because I can't use Gardevoir. 1 Dawnstone. Alright, let's grab that. There's Gallade, we don't care about Slash. We're more or less relying on several moves. Maybe we get a flinch, that would be really dope. No Disarming Cry. Let's see what else we need. It's a double battle. I'm gonna grab Heal Pulse. I think I have an idea. And I'm not saying it's a good idea, just saying it's an idea. Alright. Okay, Brick Break. So we have a fighting move as well. So we're gonna lead with a Gallade. We're gonna go, I think it was Spoon. Yes, Twisted Spoon, because we need to do more damage. Oh yeah, I need to actually sort this. It's been a minute, so there we go. Alright. So we fake out. We fake out the G-Weezing. We hit it with a big ol' Zen Headbutt. So that's those two sorted. Then we basically have the other 4 to deal with the rest of what's gonna come, which would be a Crobat and an Appleton. Okay, Koba, where are you? Brain, there you go. What do we want to put there? Let's go Citrus for generic healing. We love some generic healing to not die. We are gonna stick to Cabrawler. Well, we have to actually give it some moves. And sadly, Crabhammer is 90 accuracy. And I don't want to have to hold a wide lens to not die, you know. So that's not going to happen, sadly. Instead, we're going to Rare Candy it. It gets several priority moves, so we have an idea. Crabominal. Power Punch, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to stay in, because it's so slow and has so many common weaknesses that I'm relying on priority moves to get the job done, you know. So, Ice Punch, Dizzy Punch is gone. Ice Shard, since it's not affected by a punch, it's not going to be affected by Iron Fist. And then, let's see what the last thing would be. Oh, Ice Hammer, right, signature move. So we can absolutely use that over this, I think. So then that leaves like one slot open. We're just gonna go all in on the attack. We're also going to hold a Never Melt Ice. Gotta make ice damage a little bit better. Yeah, okay, let's get it with this team. Then we have to figure out the team for the other side, which is gonna be some extra work too. Then we'll look at some more Palace Cats. We'll find someone to raid, and tomorrow we'll fight Giovanni. Save, because it's been a minute. All right, I think we're good to go. So right off the jump, we want to fake out, and we want to Zen Headbutt. Initially, I was just gonna fake out the slacking, but I was worried that due to how tanky what's-his-face is, it wouldn't kill. So slacking will now be truant, which means it skips every other turn. I'm going to U-turn out. I'm gonna Zen Headbutt the Crobat. Yeah, or I'm dead. Okay. Well, on the upside, Crobat's gone. Awkward. Very, very awkward. Whoops. No one has any fighting moves. That's kind of a problem. We're gonna play rough the Dipplin and brick break the slacking. Play rough the Dipplin, brick break the slacking. Nicely done. Love it. Love to see it, truly. So now I gotta prep for the second team, which is a Gale Wings Talonflame, a Wind Rider Shiftry. We wanna fake out the Talonflame and probably kill the Talonflame. Something with Rock Slide to hit both of them. So let's think about what that would be, you know? All right. Trying to think who could actually get Rock Slide here. And Rock Slide's good because it's multi-target. And Talonflame being fire air is 4 times weak to rock. Okay. Okay, I think we can make that work. Let's swap some stuff slightly. So we want Lula to fake out the Talonflame. We then want to use... yeah, we're going to use Gramble to do Rock Slide. I think we can make this work. Let's save. Fake out Talonflame. The reason why we fake out Talonflame is it has an ability called Gale Wings, which causes all flying moves to go first if at full HP. So Gale Wings goes first. Gale Wings then triggers Wind Rider from Shiftry, which is when hit by a wind move, and there's a list of wind moves, it gets a buff to its attack. So then Tailwind also increases the speed of their whole team. So you want to prevent Talonflame from ever doing shenanigans. And the reason why we want Rock Slide is because it's gonna hit both Pokemon. It will break the sash on Shiftry and will finish off Talonflame. So now we have Electros. Not ideal. I am going to U-turn the Shiftry I'm going to rock slide both of them, just in case that didn't kill. We're gonna come in on Palmont. I believe Toxicroak has dry skin, so it's gonna take extra damage here. Granbull ate like half a hit, so I think I'm gonna go into Lula. We're gonna Fire Punch again, and we're gonna fake out the Electros. Nice. So it wasn't dry skin, sadly. We're gonna go Fire Punch, and we're gonna go Ice Shard. Nice. All right, awesome. So we will prep for Giovanni, the first Giovanni tomorrow. After this, it's a massive gauntlet of Giovanni 1, Pokemon Tower with a boss battle you don't expect, all of Silph with 3 boss battles, then at least 1 more boss battle because of Sabrina. Like, this is such a ramp up in difficulty. We have an ad in about 4 minutes, so we're gonna look at some Palace Cats. After the ad, we're gonna find someone to raid. We got farther than I thought we did, and I love that for us. VOD friends, lurkers, everyone who stopped by to chat, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed the Palace Cats and the Pokemon coverage. We're gonna look at some more Palace Cats now. There's not any new photos of them, sadly, so we're gonna look at some videos of Palace Cats instead. We'll do a short one, then the ad will go. This was taken over 2 years ago. These are the kittens of Mia. Mia is a Russian Palace Cat who gave birth this year as well. They're super adorable in my opinion. She also honks at them, which is a good bit of fun. And this will be from Monetization on YouTube. Most animals, when they're born, they have blue eyes because it denotes a lack of pigment. Over time, their eyes will change color. They are probably less than 2 months at this age, at this stage. And I love their stripy tails. Super adorable. Oh, they're learning to be cats. I love it. In the wild, they'll be kicked out by their mom anywhere from like 4 to 6 months. Oh, Mia's such a beautiful Palace Cat. The beans. They are truly some of God's finest beasts. The honks. We love a nice gentle honk. Oh, carrying them back to the nest. So precious, truly. All right, and ad time. So I'll see you in a bit. Gonna do a quick breb. then we're gonna find someone to raid because it's important to spread the love. Let's find someone to raid. Alright, it's gonna be Wylea. Alright, if that work, we can make that work. All right, Meow, welcome back. I found someone we're gonna raid. Let me make sure they're actually still playing and they didn't like just go offline in the past minute that I said that. VOD friends, lurkers, everyone who stopped by, I appreciate you doing so. I wouldn't be able to have done any of this without you all chatting, enjoying Pokemon, Palace Cats, crime coverage, and, you know, some suffering and chaos. I stream every Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. to at least 8 p.m. If going over that ends up hurting my metrics, I'll have to go back down to only the 2 hours. Since I hit affiliate, I wanted to stream more to give people value, you know. We're gonna pick up tomorrow. We're gonna prep for Giovanni. And then we're basically going to go from Giovanni 1 to Sabrina. Very, very action-packed. Lots of Poggers content on the way. I hope you have a good rest of your Tuesday. I will see you all tomorrow. Take care. We will get through this, and it is going to be okay. And now we're going to raid Wylea because they're someone who plays Pokemon, and I've been watching them stream in the past. See you all soon.